Good day, creative friends. As you can tell by the intro, it's finally the second quarter of this year, which means we've moved into spring. And today, when I filmed this video, it certainly felt like it. The lilac tree in front of the studio is starting to bloom. And so as a treat, I decided that I wouldn't put music in the background. Instead, I've left the sound as it was. What I was hearing through my window, my open window, as I was putting together this piece. So this is the kickoff of a series of simple florals that I thought would be fun to paint, especially since Mother's Day is fast approaching, and I know some of you will want to do simple cards or offer paintings to the mothers that you know. And I think this one in particular suits that theme. It's very simple. It's just a few brush strokes. I'm not sure what kind of flowers it is. True to my usual self, I usually do non-descriptive. They're not real flowers. They're just in my head. Maybe they resemble real flowers, but I would be hard-pressed to tell you what this one in particular is. But flowers gives you this freedom where you can express petals the way you want them, because there's so much variation in nature. So like I said, it's just a few brush strokes. I have filmed parts of this on my phone, so that's the side shots that you're seeing. I hope that this gives you a little bit more information as to how I mix my colors and how I dip my brush in the water. I have a very big tendency to over rinse my brush. I think it's just a little tick that I picked up. The one thing that I forgot to mention, because this is moving a lot faster than I thought, is I have actually mixed gold for the third flower that I painted with the paint that I was using. And that created this beautiful shine to the color. You'll see at the end, I will show you what it looks like. So essentially I used shell pink for most of the petals, and then the darker red that you're seeing is deep scarlet. And for the third flower, I use the same color scheme, but with gold in it. And for the stems and the leaves, I am mixing green gold with Payne's gray. And I was just looking for the perfect shade of green that I wanted for this. And so by using, not green gold, but well, green gold is a very vibrant green, but it's quite flashy. So by using Payne's gray, I was able to neutralize it a little bit without dulling it down, if that makes sense, because Payne's gray has a bit of blue in its composition. So I think that mixing these two together is perfect. I switched to a number 2 round brush to do the stems, and the florals were done with, I believe, a number 8 round brush. And all the supplies will be listed in the description of this video, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll also pin in the comments. I did struggle a bit with the leaves. I think I'm just out of practice. I haven't done this kind of painting in a while. I did a lot of doodling recently, so I kind of forgot how to do leaves. It used to come quite naturally to me, but it just tells me that I need to practice more. There's not much for me to talk about during this part, so I thought I would just leave you with the ambient sound, and I'll be back in a bit. So after I was done with the leaves, I let it dry, or no, I took the heat tool and dried it actually. And then I took a color pencil and just doodled the petals. Very simple. I just kind of outlined without really staying within the actual line. I gave myself a few liberties. And this is a shade slightly darker than the watercolor color that I used. It's terracotta from Luminance by Caran, but you can find the color that matches the color that you have chosen to paint with watercolor. That is a lot of color in one long sentence, but you get the gist. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this simple floral painting. I think this is so appropriate for the season, and this is part 1 of a series of 3. So I wonder if you can guess as to what I would be doing for part 2 and part 3. Let me know in the comments. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're going to give this a try. And of course, I want to say a big thank you to my awesome patrons who support my art over at Patreon. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please stay safe, healthy, and creative, and I will see you next week.